Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I'm going to be showing us how I made this umbrella dress, as you've seen at the beginning of this video. Materials we're going to be needing is, I'm using this African print fabric. I've got my measuring tape, I have got my ruler and my scissors. I've got my tailor's chalk here. The way we're going to be folding this fabric is, the length of this fabric is 45 inches. So like from the edge selvage here all the way to the end is 45 inches. Now this is the amount of fabric I've got left, so I am going to be taking the width of the fabric I'm using today. So from here to here is about 39.5 inches. So depending on how full you want your dress to be, you can make it more, you can make it less. Well, this is what I've got here, and this is about 2 yards, so that's what I'm going to be using today. So I'm going to take this fold, so that's the folded edge. I'm going to be taking this, so you can see it's folded like this. I'm going to be taking this open edge, and I'll put it across the folded edge. This is how it's going to be, and that's the folded edge. What we're going to do now is to start taking our measurements on this. The first thing I'm going to be doing now is to draw the bust line on this fabric. My bust is 40 inches, so 40 inches divided by 4, that is 10, plus 1 inch allowance, that is 11. So I'm going to find the 11 points on this fabric, which I can see is here. I would mark this on here so I know where my 11 inches is. Just to be sure that you're getting this correctly, the measurement from here to here, which is 14, needs to also match the measurement from here to here, and I've also got 14 on this side as well, as you can see. So on this line I'm going to take my armhole measurement. So if I go up on this measurement, this is normally my armhole, so from my shoulder to this will be my armhole, but because this is an off-shoulder dress, I'm going to be taking off 4 or 5 inches. So if your bust is more than 40 inches, you can subtract 5 inches from the top. If your bust is less than 40 inches, you can subtract like 4 inches from the top. So I'm going to be subtracting 5 inches from the top here. So here is the new measurement. So I'm just going to draw a straight line across like so. Again, you're confirming that the amount of fabric on this side, 11, is also about the same amount of fabric you've got on this side, which is also 11. So this is our off-shoulder line that we're going to be doing now. So from this line, I'm going to be measuring my neckline. My neckline is my shoulder divided by 4. Now my shoulder is 16 inches, divided by 4 is 4 inches. So from this line here, I'm going to be going in 4 inches, and then I'm just going to mark that like so. And then my bust line, which is 10 inches, I would also mark that on this line here. So like here, I'll connect this line to this line to form the armhole. So I tried freehanding it, but it wasn't looking really good, so I thought I would just use my French curve and just connect it like so, just so it looks nice and smooth. Now we're going to be doing our neck depth. So depending on how deep you want the neck to be, I'm going to be going down by, you can go down by 1.5 inch or 2 inches depending on how deep you want the neck to be. I'm going to be going down 2 inches for mine, and then I'm going to connect this to this line here using this curved ruler, so like so. So that's my neckline, my armhole line, and the next measurement we're going to be taking is the length of the dress. So you know we said this is from the top, this is 8 inches, which is our armhole line. I am going to be going the length of the dress I want this to be. So this is 34 inches. So I'm going to be marking 34 inches plus half an inch hemming allowance. I've not got a lot on this fabric, so I'm doing what I can with it. So 34 inches. I'm going to cut that out now. I'm going to cut out this marks I made here. And then from here, I'm just going to cut it out all the way. I'm going to open it up because I'm going to be putting pockets, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to be putting the pockets as well. Where I'm going to be putting pockets, because this is the armhole, I'm going to be going down between 9 to 10 inches on the side. I'll mark that 9 inches, and then I'm just going to snip it just a little. So this is where my pockets are going to be. I'm going to use my hand as the pattern. I would do it like that, and then I'm going to cut out. Okay, so pocket has been cut out. Open this up now so you can see how this looks. So that is how the dress looks now. If I put it on. So what we're going to be doing now is you can fold this bit to hem it like that, or you can make bias from the fabric, cut out strips. Would cut out strips like so. I'll sew this down, and then I'm going to turn it and also hem it like that. I'm going to be using this bias to hem the armhole. I'm also going to be using that to hem the neckline. You can hem it however you want. You can just fold the fabric in if that works easier for you. And then for the straps, I'm going to cut out the straps now. This is the bias I mentioned. So I've sewn one of the armhole and the second armhole. I'm going to do the neckline last, but I just thought I'll just come and show you how this armhole has been nicely sewn. I have done the second side as well. I've just done one side, but I'm going to show you how I am doing this, so it just comes out really nicely. So rather than having to just fold it in, which is one of the ways you can do it and is quite easy and quick to do, like just sew it in like this and then stitch it down. The nicer, more professional way to do this is I'm gonna get a strip of fabric. I'll place it on like this, and then I will do the first stitching like this. I'll take it to my sewing machine so you can see what I'm doing. So after the first stitching that I have done, I would top stitch it like this, and then finally I would fold it in like this. So it's going to be something like so. Hopefully you can see what I'm showing. So the outside will be finished like this, and then the inside will be like this. And then I'm just going to trim off all these excesses, and that is the armhole nicely finished. Just going to show you how I'm going to be doing the strap of the dress. So it's going to be 16 inches. So this is going to be for the front and the back strap at the same time. So by the time I hang it up, it's going to be something like this. So what I'm going to do is I would fold this in half all the way down, and then I would fold it in half again all the way down. You can iron it just so it stays properly. So it's going to be like this, and then I'm just going to fold it in the middle just so it looks something like this. I'm going to take this to the sewing machine. I'm going to sew it down, and then I'll add this side to the front and this side to the back. Then I'll come and show you how I'm finishing up the neckline. Okay guys, so I've done the front neckline like so. You can see how that looks like. I've done the strapping, and then the back. So I've just done the strap like so, and then what I'm going to do now is I have sewn this on. So you see how I've sewn it like flat like this. So this is right side facing. Both of them I've done them like this. So right side facing. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get a strap like this. Then I would put this on like this. I'll sew it all the way down like this. I would top stitch it, and then I'm going to hem it. So this is going to be sandwiched inside just so it looks nicely done like I did this side. Then I'll come and show you what the final look of the dress looks like.
Okay, so this is the final look of the dress. Absolutely love it. Quite loose fits, and the straps are also quite long because I wanted it to be long, and so it sits nicely at the back. You can make your straps shorter if you want, or you can make it longer if you prefer. The dress has also got pockets, and I also made a belt for it, a self-tie belt, so I can cinch in my waist if I want, or let it fly loose like this if I want. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy the content of this video, and let me know if you're able to make something like this, and let me know how easy it is to follow this tutorial. Thanks again for watching, and if you've got any questions, leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, bye.